During intubation, air passes through the clone at longer intervals, therefore gives the clone less oxygen. Nothing like oxygen shortage for keeping a clone below par. The lower the manual lever, the shorter the oxygen. The first organ affected was the brain. After that the skeleton. At 70% of normal oxygen you got low IQ, at less than 70 aggressive, physically weak. who are no use at all. Whereas if they could discover a technique for shortening the period of maturation, what a triumph, what a benefaction to society. Mature at 30, a man is only full grown at 20. Hence, of course, delayed intelligence didn't need and didn't get it. But though the clone mind was mature at 10, the clone body was not fit to work till 12. Long years of superfluous and wasted immaturity. If the physical could be speeded up till it was as quick, say, as a dog, what an enormous saving to the community. Hot tunnels alternated with cool tunnels. Coolness was wedded to comfort in the form of holograms. By the time they were in training, the clones had a horror of heat. They were predestined to work in the camps, to be miners and security and building workers. Later on their minds would be made to endorse their bodies. We conditioned them to thrive on cold. That is the secret of happiness and virtue, liking what you've got to do. All conditioning aims at that, making people like their inescapable social destiny. They'll grow up with what the psychologists used to call an instinctive hatred of logic and technology. Reflexes unalterably conditioned. They'll be safe from thinking all their lives.
Officer 3. You are to report to the Old City Sector 13 tomorrow at 900 hours. There has been some rioting and looting in that area. You'll join a team to flush out the ringleaders with any means necessary. Point. You're here to follow orders. If you don't like that, I can easily arrange for your return. Also, you have been chosen to join a team on the Deep Space Shuttle Thor heading for the Moon Europa. It seems a group of clones have taken over the installation. It's vital that the Space Executive Era gain control. You won't have to fight. On the surface, the military will evaluate the situation. That will be all.
It was decided to abolish the love of technology, at any rate among the clones. During incubation we give the clone containers mild shocks, while projecting images of technology. We condition the clones to hate emotion, but simultaneously we condition them to love watching combat. A love of technology keeps no factories busy. Technology has one grave defect: they are natural. Personal integrity. That sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So you like personal integrity? Alright, Alpha, are you sure you know what you're getting into? Million miles from Earth, 10,000 from the nearest orbital city. We've got no comforts, no future, nothing to do but fight strong.
I like to eat. I've got nowhere to go. All I've got is myself and a big piece of ice I called home.
To me and me and to no one else. Got that?
It sounds like bull to me, sir.
Today your best friends are the men of our patrol, and your worst enemies are the men of O Company. Tomorrow our boys may be here. Worst enemies and company troops, your best friends. It all depends on the contract.
Yes, sir.
A company on the same contract is a friend. A company against the contract is an enemy. You'll drink with a man today and kill him tomorrow. Got it?
Do you know what it means to be lost?
If you kill a free companion without a contract, you go to court-martial. If you kill a citizen of the United Cities except in a battle under contract, I throw you to the wolves, and that means you're finished. That's the way it is.
Really lost? I'm lost, if that means I know I'll never go back to live on Luna, but I know that Earth is still there to go back to, and I can dream of going home.
Right. Get your gear, see the adjutant, and sign the agreement. I think you'll do.
Dip me in mud, red boy. I give a prime contract for one gander at Old Face. He's blowing a gasket.
Europa Mine's yield was nearly 40% uranium, and who could resist that? A trading unit did not resist the lure. The attack was quick and hard. A typical patrol attack. My company was pinned down at the first volley from those damn smoky blasters of the clones. All I could see was the same shimmering lights I had learned to know so well in the war of survival against miners. Someday maybe I'll find out how to see a settler has worked with me a long time to help. But when the attack came this time, all I could do was eat ice and beam a help call to Central.
I took 2 sub-commanders. Wait till I hit that bullet head for ransom.
That Centurion trading unit was a cheap outfit. They had hired only 1 battalion of the unaltered 9th Fleet Patrol, and Central flanked them right off that moon. I got my boys on their feet, and we chased the enemy halfway back to the landing pad, with Central laughing like a hyena the whole way. I said, nice flank job.
Then we stopped laughing. We had won the battle, but Baldy was a crafty old soldier, and his sabotage squad had wrecked our engines and our heating units. We were stuck on a frozen moon without heat.
Young Wilson turned white. What do we do? They had missed our small communications reactor unit. We sent out our call, and we all huddled around the small reactor. There might be enough heat out of it to let us live 5 hours, if we were lucky. It was the 3rd hour when Alpha began to talk. Maybe it was the nearness of death.
Aim for help and pray we don't freeze first. I was 22. Joe was the leader on our squad. He found the error when we had 1 ship ready. We had 3 days. No time to get the other ships ready. He said we were lucky the other planets didn't have even 1 ship ready. Not even time for United to help. Joe chose 10 of us to go. I was 1. At first I felt very good, you know?
She loves you. She wanted you to live. You won't have long to remember. Maybe it made him realize that he did not want to die after all. Or maybe it turned him space happy and he began to dream. A dream of his own born up there in the cold of his dead moon. A dream that nearly cost me my company.
I was really happy, until I found out that my dog couldn't go. Not fit enough. United had given these standards to us. Funny how you don't think about other people until something hurts you. I'd been signed a year. I told them it was both of us or neither of us. I told Joe to tell United they couldn't break up a family and to hell with their standards. They laughed at me.
I did not know what that dream was until Alpha came into my office a year later. He had a job for the company.
Not Joe, the council. What did they care? They would just take another man. My dog begged me to go. She cried so much I had to agree to go.
Locking onto orbit around Europa, preparing shuttlecraft for launch. Pride Chambers life support systems activated. Team members airworking normal launch sequence 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Engage tracking shuttle in Europa airspace. Target line 003. Sector 12.
Okay, Squad 1, move into the camp main site and enter the tunnel system at Sector 2. Squad 2 will go in at the Teacher cooling system and it'll take Squad 3 in via the rec room. We'll all meet up at the pump house. Set your mech rifles to spin. Use your locators to check for signs of life and call. In every 5 minutes the electricity seems to be working but no signs of life. On the main camp landing pad temperature reading -2. O'Reilly, Kelly, Steiner, you got point Alpha, Terry, Chalky, you take left. Monroe, Terry, you're with me. Let's move it out, people. Seems quite O'Hara.
Yeah. Too quite, I don't like it.
What's not to like? Stuck on a freezing rock looking for dumb clones. This complex must be 3 miles long. Squad leader to control M, seeing strange flashing lights along tunnel sector 5 AM, picking up traces of life forms in sectors 2, 7, 9 and 1. Running scan for possible match with camp personnel. Reading negative, computer analyzes life forms are non-human. Reading squad members Bruzuki, Kelly, vital signs negative. Any team member in the vicinity picking this up, please respond over.
O'Hara Beach demonstrations have gone down. Wilson, GJ, Frankie, go to combat mode, picking up multiple signals heading towards your positions. Use laser weapons only, no armor piercing. Rendezvous at grid section 37, level 7. All team members meet at the laboratory in sector 9.
activity, multiple signals heading towards our position with dropships hovering around the platform of the main control tower. Better put your head protectors on and set your mech guns to full velocity. We're not to shoot down them back up down the corridors. Got to slow those creatures down. That platform is the only safe place for this dropship to land. If those clones get to it before the ship lands, they won't be able to pick us up. We can't hold them here's too many. Get to the platform, the transporter craft. We'll make it decent in 10 minutes. This is Major O'Hara transmitting to any team members still receiving. Get to the platform on level 9 sector 7 and prepare for immediate extraction. Avoid the main blast. In sector 2, hostile clone mutations have overrun the area. Repeat, all team members withdraw to the platform landing area. Over.
Dropship to control and having difficulties landing on the Kent platform. High winds and heavy rain. Can't see small fires in outbuildings. Sensors picking up team members and non-human life forms in the pump house and water purification installation. Fuel down to 15 minutes flight time. Am attempting one last landing on top of main complex rooftop and will attempt extraction of team. Over. Loading surviving team members onto shuttlecraft mining camp complex is starting to break up. Explosions and ground tremors are being recorded by sensors. Tunnel system is collapsing and the main dam in Sector 5 has ruptured, releasing estimated 400 cubic meters of water per second into the main tunnel shaft. Vital signs on half of team members reads 0 and scanning for non-human life forms reads negative. This is shuttle pilot Monroe engaging engines for liftoff. Over.
it.